Hello, everyone. Just thought I'd share with you a couple of things that have arrived in the post today. Interested to know what other people's experience has been. I have just received an invoice for a shipment of it's for the tax that's due on a purchase I made from a company in Sweden, Prima Creator, for some 3D printing resin. Now, since we left the EU, I have been waiting to be charged for VAT, etc., on items that I purchased from the EU, and it's so far this is the first time that it's actually happened, and it's happened in a very odd way. I've purchased recently, since January, a couple of different battle mats, one from the Czech Republic, one from Lithuania. I've purchased resin from the same company that I purchased this resin from in Sweden, and I've purchased resin from a different company, thinking it was a UK-based company, but it actually arrived from Germany. And I think there's been a couple of other things as well. And this is the first time I've ever been invoiced. I'm not complaining about the invoice. I'm perfectly happy about, the imposition of tariffs between ourselves and the EU. It's just to make people aware, really, that it could happen to you if you are buying things that are coming. You're based in the UK, and they're coming out of the EU. It's quite a hefty bill. I bought about £200 worth of resin, and I've been billed for, I think it's £70. Yeah, £70 91 pence. So, as I say, I'd just be interested to know if anyone else has had a similar experience, or they're getting their resin from somewhere based in the UK. As far as I can tell, as far as I can see, there aren't any places, and that's the other odd thing about this, that it's Prima Creator, who are based in Sweden, but the resin actually comes from China. I'm not sure why you can't obtain resin that's manufactured in China from a source within the UK. 3D Jake, as I say, they do promote themselves as 3D Jake UK, and claim that they're the UK's biggest online supplier of products for the sort of 3D printing. But all their shipments that I've ever received from them have always come from Germany. Same thing applies to Amazon. Very often you buy something on Amazon and you find it's come from the continent. So I'm a little bit. I'm not worried. As I say, I'm not worried about paying the tariff. I'm worried about understanding when to expect a charge and when not. And if anyone's got a recommendation from, for a supplier of resin within the UK, sort of guaranteed to be shipped from the UK, then I'd be grateful. But the other odd thing about this is, normally, say I bought something from the US or from Australia, it arrives by Royal Mail, and they always hold it at the local depot until you've paid the tax that's due on it. What's happened in this particular case is FedEx have paid the tax for me, and then billed me separately for it, and they say that's to get the package to me as quickly as possible. But it's a very odd way. It's a very odd way of going about it, I think. For a sort of courier company to actually pay on your behalf and then expect you to pay them, especially if you weren't anticipating the tax. And why hasn't this happened on anything else that I purchased from you? Yeah. Anyway, that's one thing that arrived in the post. The other thing was I recently purchased, having seen Ian in Australia, Bucko's Piffle, his YouTube channel's currently called. He made a purchase of 100 plastic Battle of Britain aircraft, 1/300 scale models. They look really good, so I made a purchase myself, and they are very good. The one downside of it was that they're from the Plastic Soldier Company, and it just says it's an assortment of aircraft. Now, I didn't understand that to be a random assortment, and I got a completely mix of aircraft than Ian did in his purchase, including or excluding, I should really say, any ME-109s, which are a pretty integral part of any Battle of Britain game. So this is a second purchase. So I've now got 200 aircraft. They're really good value. Absolutely, they're not only good quality plastic, but they are £10 for 100 aircraft. But the thing, if you're going to make this purchase and you haven't got much opportunity left, because there's only 2 packets left on the company's website now, just be aware that you're going to get a completely random assortment, not an assortment, a random assortment of aircraft. So looking at these from the outside of the bag, looking through the bag, I'm a little bit concerned that it looks like there are no ME-109s in this mix either. So I'm just going to open it in front of you and see what I've got in here. Ian had a lot more of an assortment in terms of the variety of British aircraft. All I had was 49 out of the 50 were either Hurricanes or Spitfires, and there was one Bristol Blenheim, and that was it. Ian's assortment and the picture on the website clearly shows things like biplanes and so on, and it does look rather like it's the same in here. The British aircraft are all green. In this particular case, I can't see any Bristol Blenheims whatsoever. So it's even less diverse than the purchase I made before. So I've got a feeling, let's look at the grey ones. Got a horrible feeling that there's not going to be any ME-109s in there. So never mind. But just be conscious of the fact that it's a random assortment and you don't get any say whatsoever in what you're going to get. But it's a bit odd, isn't it, that once again you would expect out of 200 aircraft you'd get at least one ME-109, but they're clearly they're clearly selling them off extremely cheaply in order to clear their stock, maybe, I don't know. So you can't complain too much, but I'll have to get some metal ME-109s. They're not difficult to get hold of, just to sort of match the scale. But yeah, I was really pleased with this previous group of planes, and it's definitely worth picking up. But there is this one setback. Some of the Stukas, this same here, some of the Stukas have lost their undercarriage. I saw it a minute ago. It's there, so it shouldn't be too difficult to glue it back on. Yeah, but they are good, really. I mean, and including the fact that you don't really even need to buy any decals, which I wasn't aware of when I watched Ian's video. But I don't know if you can see, but on these planes, they've got the Balkan Cross embossed into the model, so it's not too difficult to paint. And the RAF planes have all got roundels on them. I did notice in my other bag that the ME110s, yeah, the ME110s don't have that, so you would have to get decals or do a sort of hand painting of the markings for that particular plane. But in the majority of cases, it's pretty easy to pick those out with the tip of a paintbrush. Anyway, not a moan by any means, just oh look, is that a Bristol Blenheim? That's a different type of plane. Yeah, not a moan, as I say, just adjusting to the way the world is now, but puzzled, that's all. So I'd be interested to know your own experiences. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.